today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. On first down, Watson over the middle to Smith. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The gun, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for him. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off the play fake. Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field. 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. To throw is Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Watson, that's into a crowd and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A huge play there for Arizona.
Ordinarily, when you're backed up this deep, most teams like to play it on the safe side, but not these guys. They took a big shot downfield and wound up hitting it for a big play. Back them into a corner, they come out swinging.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that...
The ball comes out. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. They'll roll him out right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have Stan Murray fighting, lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They faked the handoff. Now Murray. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown. Now for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there, but it'll be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50, the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, and the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 6 yards left on second down. Now Watson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Chapman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Henry Ruggs with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Watson on first down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray, he'll let this go deep for runs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable. But these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And this throw will be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Watson off play action. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 17, Watson eluding the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Swift. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre. Now Murray off play action. Now he steps away. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Touchdown, Cardinals. Henry Ruggs, 48 yards. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Chapman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll get this off to Swift. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Swift. Stays on his feet. Still fighting for more. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Back to throw it, Murray. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals! Henry Ruggs, 33 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that,